Hello everyone, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. It feels weird saying that since I haven't posted a video for a while now. I just wanted to come on here and just give you guys a little update of what I've been doing the past year. So a lot has happened in 2020. I'm not going to go into full detail, but I'll just give you guys a breakdown of what I did last year. So my last video, as you guys can see, is my my Thrifted New Year outfits idea lookbook, and I posted that video intending to post more content afterwards, but then pandemic happened and work kind of took over. I just couldn't find time to set aside when to film and what to come up with ideas to film. So yeah, I was working 2 jobs at the time, and I thought, maybe I'll slowly put out more videos in 2020 and see where it goes from there. Of course, like I said, the pandemic happened, and I just kind of um, fell back on just, staying at home, working from home, and just being with my family like everyone was. During the month between January to, I want to say, March and April, I was working from home, and my parents, of course, already was working from home. And then my boss, who I worked for, was trying to sell masks, make masks and sell them. So each mask purchase, she was actually donating as well. So she actually recruited my mom to help her sew, and that's my mom was kind of busy at the time. In the month of March to April, she started to sew for my boss, and then because my boss had so many orders with the mask orders, my mom couldn't keep up because my mom is getting old, and her eyesight's not that great. So my mom was like, okay, she couldn't sew all day, all night. And at the same time, I was working for my boss from home, and I would go to the store and fulfill orders. We would usually get 1 or 2 orders, and that was pretty much it. And I would go to the store, package them, and drop them off at the post office, and that was that. And then I came home. Because my mom wanted to still do something after helping my boss, she still wanted to make masks, but at a slower pace that she can keep up with, maybe 1 or 2 masks a day. So we actually decided to open up a shop for her, an online shop, and start selling masks that way. It was actually really nice for mom to keep her busy and entertained while being stuck at home with all of us. But that being said, so I actually helped ran my mom's business, her side hustle, for a bit. I want to say until the summertime, where it kind of died down a bit. So yeah, my mom made face masks after helping my boss, and we actually launched it on, I want to say, Square first, and then 3 days later we launched it on Etsy because my sister was actually telling me to launch it on Etsy, and I knew of Etsy. I knew what the fees are and what the charges are for opening a shop through Etsy, and I didn't like it at first, but my sister was like, you need to open one because that way mom will get more sales. Just because you have a Square website doesn't mean people actually stumble upon it. It's better to just go on Etsy because it's a marketplace, and people search there all the time to buy and support small businesses. So I was like, okay, I'll think about it. We launched around, I think, May 8th or so, or May 7th, I want to say, and on our personal Square website. And then I gave it I think 3 days, and then I finally settled and was like, okay, I'll go ahead and open an Etsy shop for my mom. Kind of took off from there. I think I gave it a day. I put everything all together. We only had 13 designs, I think. 13 different mask designs, and I got everything up, and we didn't officially start getting sales until the next day after we launched our Etsy shop. So, which was really good. My mom was happy as well because now she has something to do with not a lot of orders, but with like 1 or 2 orders coming in. She was satisfied with that, and I was as well. I helped my mom on the back end with social media posting and just running the Etsy shop while she was making the mask, and my dad was actually cutting the fabric for the mask. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did during the month of April to like May to, I want to say, yeah, during the month of April to July. During June is when I actually went back to work at my second job, and I had decided to not go back to my other job, which was my first job. I decided not to go back to that job because they kind of like temporarily laid us off. But at the same time, I was getting paid minimum wage while my second job was actually paying me more, so I decided not to go back to my first job. So yeah, in the month of June, I did go back to work, and we only opened temporarily for 3 days out of the week, so I don't go there every day, but the other 2 out of the week I actually work from home, so that way it's more like convenient for me as well, instead of going there every day and we don't get any customers to come in. So during the month of July, my sister actually wanted to open up her own Etsy shop, and so I kind of pushed her and helped her with the back end of running her Etsy shop and everything. And at that time, I was also thinking about rebranding my business. So I kind of thought about my past business and just kind of like think, what could I do differently, since when I started that business, I didn't really promote it. I was still in college and everything, so I didn't know like what to do to actually like get sales and stuff like that. And this is like young college me who didn't know much about, running a business. With my sister wanting to run a business, I just kind of like took what I learned in college and apply it to her business, and also did more research online of how to run a business and how to like get your Etsy shop going and promoting it and being known. If you guys follow me on social media, some of you guys may have known already that I actually run my own business. It is called They Made Creation, and it is handmade hair accessories. I make scrunchies, hair scarf, headband, as well as newborn baby blankets and custom like canvas signs. I'm on Etsy, and I have my own personal website as well. I'll have the link and everything down below to my shop. I'll talk more in depth about how I started my business in another video, but this is just me like kind of explaining how I came about to rebranding my business. Because my sister was starting her business, she actually wanted to learn how to sew, and for me, I had a sewing machine for quite a few years now. I only took out the sewing machine when I was sewing like small projects for like my dog, like a bow tie or something, and that was pretty much it. I didn't do like a major like project or anything. I never really challenged myself to continue sewing. The only thing that I was nervous about sewing was how much pressure I put onto the foot and how to sew a straight line. That was the only 2 things that I was like nervous about when sewing on the sewing machine. So I never really properly like taught myself how to sew or anything. I just kind of like quickly do small project and call it a day. But for my sister, thanks to her, she was the one who actually taught me how to properly sew. Sewing is kind of hard because you have to multitask and press the foot pedal and everything. So after a while, I practiced, and I finally got the hang of how much foot pressure I need when sewing and everything. So yeah, thanks to my sister, now I know how to sew. So after a while, my sister and I, we went fabric shopping. I just finally thought about just making scrunchies and just starting my business, rebranding it and everything. I just kind of like went on a whim, and then because Halloween was coming up, I just kind of like grabbed a few Halloween and fall prints and made a small collection. So I officially relaunched my business on October 14th of 2020, and I just sold scrunchies. Like, that was the main thing that I was just selling at the time. And I started my shop on Etsy, and I started promoting to friends and family. I did make my first sale on the first day I launched, which I was really grateful for. And honestly, I wasn't even expecting a sale on the first day of launch, and I'm just grateful for that. Afterwards, I just kept making more scrunchies collection and just kind of like launching them per the holiday. And yeah, and now I'm here, and I don't have any scrunchies with me because they're all like in the basement, but I am so proud of how far I came with my business and what I have learned. Before the pandemic began or had really hit here in the state, I was getting back into thrifting. After everybody had to be quarantined, I started thrifting a lot, and a lot of people were like thrifting online. So I was doing that, and I got a lot of things in the past month and a half. I want to say March to April, and I had to stop myself because I knew if I didn't stop myself, I was going to keep spending money, and income wasn't going to come as quickly as it would. Knowing that I worked at 2 jobs and being temporarily laid off at 1 job was something that I had to make sure I have money for other things. But yes, I did stop thrifting. I was going through a thrifting phase during that time. At that time too, I was kind of in the phase of, maybe I can start getting into the business of selling secondhand and selling secondhand items that, I thrifted for. I still have like a lot of the thrift items that I have in the basement, like all packaged up and everything, but I kind of got lazy and I haven't really update my closet shop or upload anything new onto my closet shop on Poshmark and Vintage. I do plan on slowly listing them up on my closet shop, so if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below and I will definitely do that. So that is pretty much my life update from last year. I'm currently running a business now. I'm just super excited to come back on here and probably try to do my best to upload as well. Being a small business owner now, I do have some video ideas that I want to film for you guys, like the behind the scenes of creating and designing or packaging. If you guys do want to see those videos, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see those videos, and I'll definitely do them. So that's pretty much my life update, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to see my next video, and give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you watched this video all the way through, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!